Hello and welcome to Yin. My name is Sarah and I'm teaching here from the Flow Collective, a beautiful like-minded studio created on the surf coast of Victoria. I'm excited to lead you through this class based around honouring oneself. So as I guide you through the poses, we'll work through breathing through our Manipura chakra, our third chakra, which is the home of our ego, our self-esteem, our confidence, our personality, our strengths and our weaknesses. So come on this journey with me, turn on your favourite music in the background, get nice and cozy, lay out your rug or your yoga mat, and let's begin. Our breathing in this class is going to be our alternative nostril breath. So find a comfortable seat, whether it be on your bottom, on your knees, or on a cushion. And we like to allow the bottom to settle in. We want to be nice and comfortable here, but we also want to have a nice tall spine, a nice open heart and chest. And we're going to use our left hand to ground ourselves. So you can rest on your left knee or on your thigh, whatever is comfortable. Our right hand is going to be for our breathing. So our thumb is going to be placed on our right nostril, our ring finger on our left nostril, and our two middle fingers on our third eye. Before we start, we'll take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Once again, inhale through the nose, exhale out through the mouth. Using your ring finger to slightly press on the left nostril, inhaling through the right. Once you get to the top, sealing your right nostril and exhaling through the left. Sealing the right nostril, inhaling through the left. Sealing the left nostril and exhaling through the right. Inhaling through the right nostril. Sealing it off and exhaling through the left. Inhaling through the left. Exhaling through the right. Inhaling right. Sealing it off. Exhaling left. Inhaling left. Exhaling right. Inhaling right. Exhaling left. Inhaling left. Exhaling right. Last round, inhaling through the right. Exhaling from the left. Releasing your right hand down to your right thigh or your right knee. Closing down the eyes if it's comfortable for you and enjoying the sweet breath as you breathe it in through both nostrils and exhaling through both nostrils. Sitting in this wonderful channel of clear breath for as long as you like. when you're ready, allowing the eyes to blink open. Holding that nice soft gaze. Hopefully feeling a little more grounded, a little more settled and relaxed. And we'll move into our first pose for the sequence, our butterfly pose. So here we will bring the soles of the feet together and allowing the knees to come to the side. So the further away the feet are from the body, the easier it will be, and the closer it will be a little bit more stronger on the hips. Once you've found where you're going to be for this pose, allow your body to roll forward with gentleness and with ease. If you have a block handy, you can rest your head on the block. You can bring your arms underneath your ankles. And wherever you are, just begin the process of surrender. Allowing your breath to flow with grace. No control, with pure ease. Beginning the process of trusting your breath. Your breath will always be here to guide and support you. You have entered the first step of our yin. Our second step is to find stillness. And our third is to be here. It sounds pretty simple. I know and you know it's always not as simple as it seems in our yin practice. Beginning the journey to tune inwards, feeling the body, really allowing your whole being just to be here. As you sit here in your butterfly pose, I'm sure you have many things coming into your mind, things that you want to hear, things that you don't want to hear. One of the important ways that we can honor ourselves is to be okay with these things. Having no attachment to them. They don't represent you or who you are. Allow them to flow away. Allow them to be there and to feel them. As you're coming to the halfway point, you may be feeling a little agitated. Maybe you just want to stretch your legs out. being okay with those feelings without the pressure of your ego. See if you can come a little deeper. And if you can't, maybe ease off a little bit. Sitting in this space of discomfort within the body, discomfort within the mind, discomfort wherever it may be for you. Knowing that this practice has such a profound effect, a training for when you switch this off and step outside your home. There's plenty of discomfort out there. There always will be. And knowing that that is okay. You're going to be fine, you're going to be great, you're going to be amazing. Tuning back into that breath. You probably noticed it already is naturally flowing a little deeper than it was when you first began. In the final small moment that we have in this pose, I'm going to read out this wonderful little story that I actually read in my daughter's book a few days ago. I thought it was very fitting for us as adults to remind ourselves of this. So the book is called Feelings by Richard Jones, and it begins with this. In my heart and in my head, all kinds of feelings dwell. As they spark and bounce around, I fall under their spell. Sometimes I want to cry and stomp and really cause a scene. And other times I laugh and smile. What do all these feelings mean? I just got goosebumps again when I read it. I think that as adults, we think that we should feel some feelings. We should work with our minds and, only think with practicality. It's so untrue. We're allowed to feel, we're allowed to move with the ebb and flow of each day and what it brings. What do all these feelings mean? Some are here to test us, some are here to make us grow, challenge us. Some are here to make us feel happy and joyful. Each day we can experience an array of feelings. And knowing that when you accept these feelings, when you wonder what they mean, when you sit with them, when you explore them, that is honouring oneself. So if you're folded over, gently allow the spine to roll up nice and slowly. We're going to bring our hands behind us, the feet on your mat, and just sway the knees from side to side, allowing a little blood flow to come to those hips, maybe opening up the heart, whatever feels good for you. We're going to do a beautiful counter pose for our butterfly pose, which will be our melting heart. It's one of my favorite poses, and I love it so much because my dog does it as soon as he wakes up in the morning. And he reminds me to be a little bit more playful and listen to my body. So our melting heart will start on all fours, knees below hips, hands below shoulders. And we will walk the hands forward and literally melt your heart down towards your mat. Now you can allow the chin to rest on your mat here, or you can allow your forehead to rest on your mat, whatever is comfortable for you. Spreading the fingers apart and feeling that beautiful connection that your hands have with your mat. Tailbone comes up nice and high, just like a little dog wagging his tail. And surrendering here for the next few minutes. You may feel like you want to stretch up. Maybe sink down into a child's pose. And try to stay where you are. Knowing that once you get to this stage in a yin pose, this is when the magic starts to happen. Not only physically but mentally. When we learn to breathe and sit through this discomfort. Trusting in yourself. To honor oneself, we must trust. Trusting our core beliefs, our values, trusting our thoughts and our feelings. It's all part of the journey, which isn't always a comfortable journey. Just like our yin practice, it presents us with much discomfort, and that is life. But discomfort shouldn't mean to be unhappy. Discomfort is discomfort. We're not supposed to feel joyful and happy all the time. We're supposed to just be a lot of the time. So sitting with your breath, noticing the sensations that arise within your body. Maybe your arms are feeling a little tight. It's quite yang on our arms, this pose, depending on where you are. Allowing the heart to soften. Allow it to pour down to the earth below you. Allowing the spine to enjoy this beautiful position that is quite opposite to what it's in a lot of the day. Enjoy the feet to have a nice little opening as the tops of the feet are resting on your mat or your rug or wherever you are. We'll just have a few more nice long breaths here. From our heart-melting pose, we're going to allow the forearms to find the mat. And we're going to come onto our tummies. The toes are untucked. The pelvis rests on your mat. The elbows are underneath your shoulders and the wrists are out in front of your elbows. Your fingers are spread apart, finding a nice connection with each and every single finger, feeling how different that feels as you press through each finger. Our gaze is just between the fingers, maybe between the two thumbs. And we want to make sure that we're not sinking here, so our heart is open, our chest and collarbones and shoulders are open. Gazing between the hands, pressing the soles of the feet into your mat, and finding that gorgeous breath that supports you every second of your day. If you notice that you're starting to slump down, pressing into the forearms, raising your heart, bringing your awareness to your Manipura chakra, located in the belly, the chakra that relates to our ego, our personality, our self-esteem. The chakra that holds our personal ambitions, our sense of responsibilities. So it may bring up these things. What's your responsibility? Are they being challenged? Do you feel confident in your responsibilities right now? Our Manipura chakra holds respect for our strengths and weaknesses, knowing that we can't be fabulous at everything. We must learn and we must accept. So yogis, from here we're coming into our shoulder stretch, which is one of my favorites. It's just started to rain, so bear with me if it gets a little loud in here. I love practicing in the rain, so this is perfect. So we're going to start with our right arm and bring it out to the side. We allow our right ear to rest on our mat or on a pillow if you need the little extra something. Our left hand comes back and we come onto the fingertips as we use those fingertips to press onto our side, and our top leg just rests behind us. So you should be feeling a nice stretch in your shoulders here, maybe through the biceps, a nice twist of the body through our Manipura chakra, through our hips. remembering when you get to that space in this pose where you want to move. Remembering your breath. It may not be the shift of physical movement that you need. Maybe it is the shift of perspective in your mind. Maybe your thought patterns. Maybe you like to be comfortable. Or maybe you love the challenge. I know a lot of you guys do. If you feel a little opening of your shoulder, you can walk your fingertips up a little bit more, and that may feel a little bit more of a stretch. Enjoying this twist. We are not doing a twist at the end of this sequence, so this is a nice time for your tummy, your torso to enjoy the twisting sensation. We'll just have a few more breaths here. And then we will come onto our bellies. And I would love you to bring both hands on top of each other, resting your forehead on your hands. And just spending a moment here to absorb the pose. Bending the left elbow, using the right hand to press you over and coming to the opposite side. Allowing the head to rest. So try not to hold on to any tension in your neck here. If it's not comfortable with your head resting on your mat, bringing a pillow underneath your head, just giving a little bit of height will make a lot of difference here. If you're a surfer or love to work out, you'll feel that you're quite tight and strong, but also tight through the shoulders. So just noticing how that feels. Sending your shoulders a little bit of love. If you are tight through here, this is something I've been working on by just giving yourself a nice massage through the pecs. It's not the most comfortable thing, but releasing some tension here goes a long way. hear the rain because it sounds so beautiful. It's been wild down here on the surf coast the past week. The weather has been quite chilly, but also so fresh. The water temp is pretty cold also. Which is something that I've been working on as I have been diving through those strengths and weaknesses. I feel the cold and challenging myself to go for those cold water dips completely out of my comfort zone. I'd rather have my nice woolly socks on and my jacket and my beanie, but taking all those things off and diving into the coldness does amazing works for your mind and your body, bring that circulation, the blood flow. Also being in that discomfort, maybe where you are right now in your shoulder stretch. Just a few more breaths. I'd love you to come back to center and resting your hands on your head on your hands once again, allowing the body to soften and the tummy to just melt onto the floor, onto your mat, surrendering, honoring yourself on this journey. Beautiful journey that we're all on together. And now we'll come back into our child's pose. So I would love you to tune into your own body and see what feels right, whether you would like to come to a closed leg child's pose or bring your knees apart. So bring your knees apart, melt forward, rest your head on a block or on the mat. It brings in a nice stretch to the hips, or bringing the knees together, bringing the hands back beside your feet. Allows a really nice compression of the tummy, allowing your spine to completely round and just feeling really safe and secure here in this resting pose of complete nurture. Enjoy your child's pose. relax and slowly beginning to open up from your child's pose. You may be feeling quite relaxed, really coming to that beautiful inward state that you get to towards the end of a yin practice. I love this place. I hope you're enjoying the class so far. We're going to come into our supported fish. So depending on what props you have with you, if you have a bolster, that is the perfect prop right here. You can use a block. It's a little bit more rigid and harsh, but I enjoy the stretch with my block. You can use a pillow as well. So we're going to I'll grab this one. So we're going to use our prop and we're going to come into our supported fish. So we'll start with a bend in the knees and bring the prop to the back of about where your bra strap would be if you're a lady. If you're a guy, just below the shoulders, or kind of like in between the shoulder blades, but just a little bit lower. You feel quite like in a bit of discomfort. You'll feel be quite a stretch here, and that's okay. If it feels yucky, just shuffle your prop around a little bit. So once you've popped your prop underneath your back, we'll recline our head back, and you want your head, the crown of your head, to be resting on something. So if it's not quite at the earth, placing a pillow or a blanket underneath your head, or maybe another block if you've got one. If your head is resting on the earth, you're welcome to leave your legs where they are, or you can extend them along. And you can do whatever you like with your hands, whether they rest beside your body, whether you bring them to a bit of a cactus and bring it into a shoulder stretch here, whatever feels nice. This pose is very strong physically and spiritually. You are opening up your throat chakra, you're opening up through your heart. It's completely opposite to what we tend to be doing throughout our day. However you work or spend your day, it's probably not open like this. So being really kind to yourself here of what comes up. If you feel like that urge to let go, opening through the mouth, and as many times as you need, let it out. Let your tongue hang out of your mouth. Let the sounds be crazy. Let them be fierce. You can roar, you can growl, you can grumble. Let it out, let it out, let it out, let it out. Wherever you are in your journey, I think there is always space for renewal. There's always space to let go. There's always space to learn. You can learn by watching a tree flow in the wind. You can learn by watching the rain fall from the sky or the sunrise. There is always space to learn. And right now, right here, just accepting exactly where you are on this journey. Not holding on or not grasping to educate yourself further, but just learning to be here in this moment. come out of this pose, we will bring a bend back into the knees. We will remove our block or our prop, which is underneath you. And I would love you to tune into your body and feel to what it needs right now. Whether it is to roll on your back and hold your knees, whether it's to stretch from your fingertips to your toes, whether it's to come into a happy baby or anything that's calling you right now. Listen to your body and what it needs, and then gather a blanket if you would like, have a sip of water, and we'll come into our Shavasana. So now that you are comfortable, lay on your back. If your lower back doesn't love this, bring a nice pillow from your bed underneath your knees to offer a little bend through your knees. Hands by your side. Eyes closed down. Face relaxed and soft. How do you feel? Taking an inhale through the nose. Releasing from the mouth. And to bring you into this space of yogic sleep, our Shavasana, I'm just going to read out a few questions from one of my favorite books, Anatomy of the Spirit by Caroline Myss. In regards to our personal power and our journey to honour oneself. It says here in the book, to thine own self be true. Meaning, for without personal power, life is frightening, painful. For without personal power, life is a frightening and painful experience. She has written down here some questions for self-examination. So as I read out these questions, just let them come and pass through. You don't need to write them down or study them too much. They'll enter your subconscious and stay with you on this journey, or they'll flow where they need to go. The first question, do you like yourself? If not, what don't you like about yourself and why? Are you actively working to change the things about yourself that you don't like? Just allowing each question to sink in and then to float away. Number 2, are you honest? Do you sometimes misrepresent the truth? If so, why? Are you critical of others? Do you need to blame others as a way of protecting yourself? Are you able to admit it when you are wrong? Are you open to feedback from other people about yourself? Do you need the approval of others? If so, why? Do you consider yourself strong or weak? Are you afraid of taking care of yourself? Have you ever allowed yourself to be in a relationship with a person you didn't really love, but it seemed better than being alone? Letting them flow through you. Do you respect yourself? Can you decide to make changes in your lifestyle and then stick to your commitment? Are you afraid of responsibility, or do you feel responsible for everything and everyone? And the final question, are you continually wishing your life were different? If so, are you doing anything to change it, or have you resigned yourself to your situation? We're going to start to bring awareness to your physical self. Not moving yet, just bringing awareness. Feeling the vibration of your own being, the energy that is always moving through you. On your next breath in, bring your hands above the head and stretch from the fingers to the toes. Rolling to your side and moving at your own pace. Slowly guiding yourself up into a seat where we began this beautiful journey of honouring ourselves. Your hands awareness to your Anjali mudra. Eyes can stay closed, they can open, whatever feels right. Remembering to honour yourself is to honour your truth. And sometimes we fall off that journey. We fall off the tracks, we get lost, we go down the wrong road. Many different things can happen. We can get sick. Lots of different situations can occur. And that's okay. You will be drawn back to your truth. I really hope that you enjoyed this class, and I look forward to connecting with you again. Namaste.